back with another great 2v2 spam invitational matchup. On one side, we have Chicken Jockeys trying to fight to get their first win. And then on the other side, we have Team Resurgence, who's coming off a pretty good win. So let's see where this comes as an outcome. And let's get started in the map banning. Who's calling the coin? Who's calling the coin?
Heads.
Are you guys fine with them calling? Flip a coin?
Yeah.
It's heads.
Stay.
So you're going to be defense. That means you guys also banned the first map. So what map would you like to ban?
Fucking them or us.
It's the Team Resurgence bans first.
Oh.
It's bank border.
Hello?
What are the I don't know the maps.
You can look at the dock. What the hell?
Yeah, you keep telling me to look at a dock. Last time I looked at a dock, I didn't see nothing.
Fine. There's bank, border, chalet, coastline, emerald, night haven, and skyscraper.
Am I banning?
Yes.
Emerald.
All right. Chicken.
Bank, I guess.
All right. Resurgence.
What did he say?
Bank.
Night Haven.
All right. Chicken.
I'm not pulling up my phone. What are they again?
Border, chalet, coastline, or skyscraper.
Scraper.
All right. Resurgence. What map would you like to ban out of border, chalet, and coastline?
Coastline.
All right. And then would you want to play border or chalet? Chicken Jockeys. Holy shit! I put my controller down for a second. We have technical difficulties here, boys. Technical difficulties here, boys. We are just gonna have to return the menu and then restart the setup. Won't be too long here shortly, boys. I cannot put my controller down. I forgot. It is a ongoing issue that apparently just can't happen. It's mainly when I put it on my leg. I can't put it on my leg at all. I can put it on my desk fine, but if I put it on my leg, that just screws the whole system up.
Look what bro did.
But it's gonna make me reconnect. I'm gonna abandon that. Alright, there we go. It should be a fast invite. Everyone's on Ubisoft Connect but you. Even though I still can't invite you on Ubisoft Connect.
Why don't you?
Fine, I will, dude. Actually, I might have to invite Gage on the other. We're good, though.
We're struggling right now.
I'm still inviting you on both. How about that?
No,
All
I
right.
got the PlayStation first. So.
Now I'm going to game chat to wait for them. My apologies. My apologies. I can't set my controller down. I can set it on my desk okayly, but even then it sometimes does it. But that one was on my leg, so it was kind of on me, boys. Alright, Chewbacca and Wild Games, have you decided on if you want to play Border or Chalet? While we're waiting on Justin to get here.
Border.
We're playing Border?
Here.
Alright. And now we're just gotta wait on Justin to get here, and we gotta get Luke to come down to the spectators. Once again, I apologize for the inconvenience. Alright, I'm gonna go to party, tell Luke to come down. You guys get to your respected talking areas, and we'll start this game as soon as he gets down here. Good luck, have fun. Alright, Water, are you here? Are you here?
I'm chilling.
Are we expecting a good game here? I think we are.
I'm expecting a good game from a couple people.
I genuinely think my prediction going into this game, as much as I want to say Chicken Jockeys, the way that Weapon X performed last time, I think he's gonna keep it up.
Jeez.
And I think I'm gonna
Names.
I think I'm gonna take Team Resurgence here.
Yeah, me too. I do know who his ad is, so I'm just gonna agree with that because I don't know the other team's name.
Oh, the other team name is Chicken Jockeys. Believe it or not.
Very seasonal.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought when I first saw it. Very with the times for right now. Saw a Zero ban. I don't think he's gotten a chance to play Zero at all this season. I believe the first team that played him also banned Zero. Banning Hibana to counter Hatchet. Kind of a basic ban there. Alright, now that I said Team Resurgence is going to win, though, I think it's going to be a 7-5. I feel like it's going to go down to the wire, but I don't think it's going to be an overtime touch-in game.
I think it all comes down to who's here to play between Wild and Weapon X, honestly.
The Doc ban out of them, too. Really targeting Hatchet here. I think Hatchet doesn't have that much playtime 2v2-wise on Doc. Oh, he does. He does. He's played him 50% of the time. So that's pretty good.
It's a nice feeling being able to watch Hatchet from the spectator perspective.
But banning Hibana there when Jackal is more played by Hatchet week 1, when I feel like as a whole Jackal is a better ban for utility. And then we have Weapon X, who has a 100% pick rate with Legion. Still just sticking true to that.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
A couple new bans going on here. I don't think we've seen a Hibana or... No, we've seen a Doc ban game 1 where we saw Ann Freaky take on the Buds. We got a sniper battle, looks like. Nope, they're switching the Jackal. Some good site presence here with the Tatanka and the Legion, it seems.
Bomb located by attackers.
Legion did get hatched, got kind of distracted by drones. Seemed like he's gonna get back down to be able to reinforce though.
5 seconds left before insertion.
They got off the snipers completely. Kind of
Attackers are heading
upsetting.
out to defuse a bomb.
It's gonna be about if they can just keep the other team stalled for long enough with the gadgets they have. It's gonna be opening up, putting pressure right on the window. Legion did not care. Gave 0 cares there. Just ran right through. No one there to kill him or anything, but window just got open, so that's definitely a scary area to just run through.
It does seem they're going to be going for the workshop walls. With the ace, it does seem more appropriate.
Looking through this game, after this game, we got the Chicken Jockeys. Talking about game 2, both these teams, who they play next. The Chicken Jockeys next have Slow Peak Killers, who did a pretty good first game showing, and then got kinda a tough loss to another team that also had a great first game showing. And then we have Team Resurgence, who's going to be taking on that team that had a great second and first game showing. And then we have both two people playing corners on this wall here. I don't think the ace is going to be able to get the drone on him. He didn't! And that leaves it open for Hatchet to get the kill. Jackal not knowing what to peek here. Heard some footsteps towards his backside. Gets a little scared. Gonna swing around. Maybe try and get a pick here. Positioning wise, they're holding very well. Both doors in the site are kind of locked down here. If Jackal tries to push peek the Legion, though, I do think he will be able to get that kill. He does. It is now Chewbacca versus Hatchet. They heard where each other are. He full swung the desk though, and he was perfectly placed at the end of it. Hatchet getting the kills.
Very bold plays from the monkey out here.
He definitely figured he would be in that corner, kind of holding a lot more of a reserved angle, but Hatchet just keep him wide. He knew if he was going to be going into the other site, he could see him both ways. We haven't seen a lot of like pulling away in the first half of these games. Normally the pulling away is in the second half, so we'll see if Team Resurgence can start pulling away or if we'll get a repeat. Seems like they're most likely going to be holding upstairs.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Right now it seems like they're going dual snipers.
Seconds to insertion. Reloading! 5 seconds left.
Nope, Legion's going to be holding downstairs, and then Tachanka's going to be up. No holes for Tachanka to watch, though. He's going to probably ask Legion to make some, or he could just play a reserved upstairs. Try and just strictly play hatches. Seeing an Ash out of Wild Games and a Buck out of Chewbacca, both going kind of more aggressive wall, soft wall specifically. We're gonna see a long angle from Hatchet. Peeks away, thinking things better. Oh, that was a scary amount of potato there, and don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Because normally if someone's bad at shooting a drone, they get some good headshots, from my experience. Gonna try and get a wall bang on a Hatchet. Hatchet's just gonna try and hold that. Hatchet gets the kill on the Wild. Chewbacca left alone again. Gets the pick on a Weapon X once again. It is now Hatchet versus Chewbacca again.
This seems to be how every round is going to be played out, with these two just being significantly better than their partners.
Has to shoot the cam. Get a couple tags on the Chewbacca, none on Hatchet though. And then the Flash gets him killed with over peeking it. Hatchet doing some good holds right now, not really letting Chewbacca get any ground. We're kind of seeing a one-on-one right now. And it seems like Hatchet's pulling through. Weapon X being very resilient on that Legion. He has genuinely used no other defender in this tournament so far. He's Legion through and through. Seems like Hatchet's liking that Tachanka on this map.
Bomb located by attackers.
I don't know if he used Tachanka at all on his first game. Let's get some fact checks down here. Yeah, he did not. Seems like he's loving him for border though.
10 seconds to insertion. 5 seconds left.
Getting a Zofia and a glass now. Gonna maybe try and push the door over here and plant. Or you could even just try the main wall implant. They did spawn opposite sides. We've seen that a lot with Chewbacca's team last season.
Activating drone. Giving them a shot. Setting needle candy. Ballistic shield deployed. Changing mag.
They're gonna smoke it out. Don't know if they... I'm assuming Legion knows that they do have a player that likes to play Glaz on that side. Sophia gonna just slow push up metal. Hatchet is watching it though. I feel like this might be a siege timing moment. I feel like Hatchet could look away here. Sophia does not swing right away, so the kill is not gonna be took yet. This is a good pressure point for Sophia. Try and catch him out. A lot of pressure going on here on both sides. Not really much give. One person moves the wrong way, though. The sound cue throws him off, but Weapon X covers the kill. Wild Games left all alone. Gonna swing and get the kill onto Hatchet. It is Weapon X versus... And then... It is an even fight. But Wild Games gets the kill on the Weapon X. I don't know if this would be a wrong thing to say, but I feel like if he either dropped Hatch or hid behind the bomb, he would have been able to win that round because of the Legion Mine. That's kind of how I expected this game to go. What about you, Water? Did you expect one team to have both people participate and then the other team kind of having one a lot more than the other, but still the other one's still there?
Attackers need to locate and
I kind of just expected this to be more of a 1v1, but
Yeah.
it does seem that Wild is holding his own more than he normally would. He is generally better than Weapon X, so I'm not entirely surprised that he's putting in more effort, but still a little more team plays than I figured.
Yeah. I like how they keep picking snipers first and then switching based on what they see.
I feel like they should just stick with the snipers. I don't know,
They're
it
gonna
seems
get
like the better play to
huge.
me.
5 seconds left before insertion.
That
Attackers
definitely
are moving
would
out
be
to
an
locate a
interesting
bomb and
play
defuse
though.
it.
They got a Ying and a Fuse now.
Changing mag.
I believe this Fuse should be able to get above the wall here on that soft part. He can.
Cluster charge activated.
They will know they're getting that wall now. Bandit gonna be roaming still. Knows that he's gonna have to get back to site a little faster just to play a little safe. But the Fuse will be going above. Soon there will be a lot of pressure on that site.
Drone activated.
But I'm sure they'll probably give it to Ying for
Bomb
now.
located by attackers.
Played a little more safe. Because my philosophy is it's always easier to retake a site than get pushed into a corner and then have to hold from a single corner.
Placing cluster charge.
Cluster charge live.
They're going to be droning out a lot here. Ying should now be as clear, I believe. Bandit still holding passport while Fuse is gonna be coming down on his teammate. Oh, Weapon X goes down to Wild Games. Now Chicken Jockeys have that full sight.
Lights on.
No real pressure from Hatchet yet. get a tag or two on the Chewbacca. Now they're going to be able to play outside, though, if they really want to, but it looks like they're not going to be opening it. Gets the kill on the Wild. Fuse runs out of the building. Chewbacca gets the kill on the Hatchet. It is now tied up 2-2.
This is not a tie I expected to happen. I figured it'd be a full defender sweep right here, but
I definitely expected it to be more of like a 5-1, but I feel like 4-2 is still possible here. I definitely expected these teams to be more defender-sided just with how the players are on them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You can stop worrying about grenades now!
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Both of Team Resurgence are both 5-3 on defense in their last game. And then both the Chicken Jockeys, only one was positive by 1 kill, 4-3, and then the other one was even on attack. Whereas on defense, they were
10 seconds to
both.
go.
Oh, on defense, actually, Wild Games did not shine on defense.
5 seconds left before insertion.
That means that there's a good chance that they could be able to get this on
Attackers are moving
attack.
to defuse a bomb.
Wild Games seeking with the glass this time, finally committing to the sniper play. Will he be able to pull it off?
He did have a good clutch the last time he did play it.
But we do have the Jaeger play, which might trump out the smokes.
That is true. They
Depending on where he
definitely
throws them.
are playing that out to strictly counter that. Not really giving him any smokes to play off of.
With 2 ADSs on this window, this is...
He smokes it in the window though, to where it
Oh.
doesn't matter. There's not going to be much to peek here. He won't be able to jump in. He won't be covered.
Deploying smoke grenade.
And the ADS gets his other smoke. I believe the ADS was also for the Ying, just in case they brought that back too. Glaz just pushes in, gets the kill on the Hatchet again,
There's a big play right
and gets
there.
the kill
Oh
on the
my.
Weapon X.
What a power move right there.
Wild Games did not care. He pushed in there with authority and took that site.
Didn't even take the Legion out.
Chewbacca kind of just sitting down for the last 2 or 3 rounds. Sorry, not the last 2, just round 3 and 5, I'm sorry. Because he definitely had that last kill to make sure that he won that round 4. But
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
they're going to be bringing the Frost this time to counter the jump in. But now they're going to have the Ying. It's like they're perfectly counterpicking without even
Bomb
like
located by
having to
attackers.
drone right now. As long as they can get some of those frost mats down in good spots, especially on that window specifically, and them not knowing they have a frost would be great.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds to go.
Realistically, both of the top fraggers on both teams are 5-3. The difference is the bottom fraggers right now. One's 3-3 and the other one is 1-5. There's just a lot of ground to cover for one person, where the other person has another person picking that ground up. Getting some good frost mats out there, kind of where they've been pushing. Putting a lot of counter there, but they are switching up where they're pushing. They're gonna have a OSA and everything. I believe that ace positioning is gonna be a little aggressive here. The nade does a lot of damage because he couldn't run over his shield. It took him a second to be able to vault. Ella playing far out. This is a first round in this tournament where Weapon X did not go Legion on defense. They're not going to know how much damage they did. They probably don't even know they did any damage on him. He's
Yeah,
gonna
there's
be
no way to tell
playing
from an attacker
time here.
standpoint.
Yeah. I feel like in this case scenario, Weapon X has to push up a little bit, cover some ground for his teammate, especially with his teammate being so low. Gonna slow peek. Might get Frost. Frost might be able to catch him out if he slow peeks it. He might not have enough time to react, and Frost will just be there waiting.
The lack of droning.
He did!
Here.
Hatchet gets
Yeah.
Chewbacca! Now Wild
Excellent.
Games, who is popping off as of right now, is left alone in a 1-on-2. Hatchet with 1 bullet worth of health. He hits the Elamine. He's gonna get wall banged and headshot. Weapon X with the final kill. It is 3-3 going into the split. Like I said, this tournament has not brought many wide gaps at the start of the game. It's pretty much been 3-3, 3-2 at the first half of the game. Or 4-2, sorry.
Yeah, honestly, I think that round comes to a lack of droning. They're peeking angles without knowing anything about where the defenders are. It's just kind of like them just hoping that they get the shot first.
Yeah. I agree. I do feel like the last 3 rounds before that definitely gave them an ego boost. Sure, they were kind of trying to ride off of that, which just isn't a smart thing to do. You gotta still use your intel, drone out. Which they're gonna have a Capcan.
Bomb located by
I believe
attackers.
that's Wild Games' favorite op, like, in ranked wise right now. I did not fact check that with this 2v2 tournament so far.
10 seconds to insertion.
As of this season, he has a much higher
5
pick rate
seconds
with
remaining.
Castle. He's only picked Castle and Capcan, but Castle has
Attackers
a
are
significantly
moving to defuse the bomb.
higher amount of pick rate than Capcan does. We're gonna get an IQ and a Jackal. The IQ is gonna be good to clear out where the Capcans are. Jackal, we've kind of expected this, especially with them banning Hibana. Those are his top 2 picked ops. Jackal's picked more than Hibana. We will always probably see some Cade picked out of Chewbacca. Chewbacca loves Cade. Gonna see him just
I'm
sitting in
definitely-
that corner.
The Cade is a little upsetting. I'm more of a bandit all the way.
Might be able to get a wall bang here. No. Not gonna be playing too aggressive with it. Not gonna full swing it yet. Gonna drone it out. All their drones except 1 drone that Hatchet has, I believe, is dead. Or maybe both of Hatchet drones are dead. Pre-thrown C4, kinda wasted. Wild Games might be able to get a pick here if he opens his barricade, but he could just get domed. Tries to get the wall bang.
Very close.
Weapon X kind of peeking that a little too aggressive. Weapon X gonna be keeping the pressure hold there, so they think that there's still people there. Not knowing that one's gonna be pushing downstairs. I believe they didn't hear either rotated down. They could get a good track here.
Scanning for electronics. Detected.
I do hear them on metal, maybe? Oh. Reinforcing.
Gets the kill onto the Cade, knows where the Capcan went, and gets the kill onto Wild Games. The droning was impeccable there. I know they didn't have drones at late game, but the fact that they were able to know that Capcan was in this room to the right, in the other site.
That reinforcement there with less than a minute left was a bit questionable. Not only giving away your position, but putting you in a place so you can't react.
I believe he did think they were still outside, so he thought he had time to, but they'd made a good push and like flank around to get in a better position.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Switching up completely now to Castle and Thorn. You know,
We've,
a little more fortified.
Like I said before, we've seen Wild Games go a lot more Castle in the first game than he did Capcan. But I believe, I don't know if we've seen a Thorn out of Chewbacca.
Bomb located by attackers.
We have not.
Trying to spice up the gameplay.
Give little new looks to their future opponents.
5 seconds remaining. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
The Ash play instead of the Jackal. He's here for the kills.
I believe that's for the castles, to be specific.
Most likely, yeah.
And then the IQ's good for the Thorn cancel.
Full on rush out here.
Could be.
Scanning for electronic devices.
I don't know if they know that there's not a Capcan this time. I believe they saw Wild.
IQ.
Yeah, I believe they saw Wild as Castle though, but I don't know if they know that Chewbacca is Thorn.
Well, I'm not surprised. Weapon X went IQ regardless of the Capcan. He plays mostly only IQ and Ash on attack. And since Hatchet has the Ash, it only really leaves him with one person.
Yeah.
Drone activated.
And in this tournament, we've seen him go IQ a lot more. And we've only seen him go 3 attackers, actually, which is Fuse, Ace, and IQ. And IQ is way higher than the Fuse and the Ace.
Yeah. Playing with him outside of the tournament, too, I think he has minimum 50% pick rate on IQ.
He's definitely feeling that commando. Not really much pressure to where their entrance is right now. They could be getting a little hairy gunfights here with the Thorn.
Stay clear of the blast!
They're going to be opening the window to sight. Getting a pressure point onto the castle.
I will say this is a very obscure hold between the two of them. Chewbacca is completely bordered out of sight, so if they were to push and get Wild Games, then there's nothing he can do to stop them.
They're gonna hear the drop. Are they gonna be able to get the angles though?
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
They're gonna be swinging slowly, Thorn is.
The attackers' bomb
They're gonna
diffuser has
jump
been dropped.
in and get killed by the castle. Ash left all alone now. Chewbacca kinda lagging there. I hope that doesn't affect his gameplay.
15
Yeah, I saw that.
Gets
too.
the kill on the Wild Games, but misses
Ooh,
on
but
Chewbacca.
The post-lag recovery kicked in and
Yeah.
he got the headshot.
What a game we are witnessing right now. Could it be the first OT game of the season? We'll find out.
I'm a little surprised to see it this close. We can't really say Hatchet's doing any worse than it normally does. It really just comes down to which team has more participants.
Yeah. We kind of expect this out of Weapon X, though. He's always going to have a bad game here and there, but even now, he can still come back. Like, he still has a potential to frag. Just because he's doing bad now doesn't mean he's going to be doing bad the whole game. He just needs to find his spark. And it's kind of weird seeing Wild Games above Chewbacca right now. Chewbacca...
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
They are pretty even now, but... Chewbacca's just having a bad game, I guess. Hopefully it's not the lag affecting him that bad. I hope that's just his gun skill failing him right now. Because it would be pretty sad to lose it just because you're lagging. But I believe we should be fine. I've only seen him lag once or twice so far this game.
Getting a switch to the gridlock from the Flores. I guess he no longer sees the use in him.
They could be trying to just push site window and Thrax everything off.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
They know where the castle is.
Wild Games leaving that room might cost them the site.
They don't have anything to open the holes from above. They are gonna get the plant going down. And all the Thrax down as well. What a plant. That was a great pull by them. And then IQ gets the down onto Chewbacca. Wild Games left alone with all the Thraxes around that site. He has nothing to blow them up. He has to shoot them all if he doesn't want to take damage. I believe neither of these two are going to get too aggressive on it. And the rappel upside down is going to be able to get a little surprise out of him. Not really any tags. And the swing by Hatchet gets him. What a play by Team Resurgence. They schemed. They saw what they were doing. And they schemed against it. I like the gridlock play for that.
Yeah, it was definitely a good push from them. They did. I will say they did get a little lucky with Wild Games leaving the room.
Yeah.
He definitely could have stopped the plant if he just stayed in that corner.
Yeah.
But
I do feel like that's a scary position to be in, though, especially without your teammate there to support you. They're gonna have a frost on it and the floor above it open this time.
Really locking in on that window this time.
Which could be a good thing for Team Resurgence. Fully make them push one or like counter one attack and then do their main.
Have located a bomb.
Upstairs could be where we look this round.
10 seconds.
Does seem like he's sticking with the Jackal this round, going back to where he feels comfortable.
If we look at this game right now, there's only one person that is positive right
Attackers
now.
are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Which is crazy to say in a 2v2.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
They didn't reinforce the last wall in the bathroom. This could be a good push opportunity for Team Resurgence.
And it's not even that they couldn't, they just didn't.
Hope they're going to be getting it now, I believe. After they already droned it out, so they're probably not going to know it's got yet.
Unless he heard it as he pushed in, but...
Oh, they have a wall next to that castle they can shoot open with the Jackal shotgun, or if they have breach charge, what they do. IQ can get a breach charge down. They could have the similar push, but not really any Thrax on it. Wild Game's gonna feel pressured here, but they're gonna be getting the other door too. Gets a couple tags onto Weapon X. Chewbacca gets the kill onto Weapon X. Hatchet kinda in a bad position. Doesn't know where Wild Games is and goes down. It is
There's a give and take
5-5.
game right here.
This game is going down to the wire. Gonna see a IQ come out again, it looks like. They're
Is
going customs with the
committed
Cade
to that
and
IQ.
the Castle. I believe he just likes the gun more, and it is good utility finder, but I feel like in a 2v2 where they're not going to be able to bring that much util, it's not going to be as useful as he's thinking.
And
Attackers have
playing
located
with
the bomb.
him, I know almost for sure he is not using the utility on IQ.
I have seen him
He
use
is.
it pretty okay when they had the Capcan, but I don't know if there's anything else he can really be using it for right now. Maybe cams, but
Yeah.
you should know where those are.
Yeah, unless he plans on getting the wall, but they're not even going a hard breacher, so
10 seconds left
Just-
before insertion.
oh, well, he is switching off. Switching to
5
the ace,
seconds
is
remaining.
We're getting
second
that
operator
A.
of the game.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
This is one of his other more picked operators in this tournament. I believe he was picked either once or twice.
But unless they plan on going for customs wall, there's not much for them
They
to...
seem like they're probably going to be getting passport
Passport.
wall. Yeah,
Yes.
that's where they're droning. So
Yeah, I don't know if cading the hatch was the best way to use the second electrical wall, but I guess they just didn't want to have to worry about the above angles.
they're gonna know where the castle is. Not really know where the gate is yet. He's gonna get 90 cam. They're gonna get him to get the hatch.
Delma sequence activated.
He does hit himself a little bit on that.
Not much to worry about, I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
They're gonna know where the Cade and the castle are, I believe.
Watch for the blast!
C4 is now gone, so they...
Ace is gonna be getting the outside wall into passport. Not outside, but pretty much.
Wild Games does have a good angle.
A lot of pressure points here, not really much to... The ping goes out, but he thinks he's in the computer room, but he sees him. He potatoes onto the castle, could have got the kill.
They do know where the castle is, though.
They're gonna start
as long as he can hit his
planting.
shots.
Potatoes on the castle. Gets the kill on the Wild. Swings for the Cade. Gets the kill on the Chewbacca.
A crazy turnaround right there.
After Wild game, well, not Wild. After Weapon X went down, I thought that was over for Hatchet. I didn't think there's any way where him being stuck in that corner would have been good for him. But guess what? He finds a way.
Yeah, this is definitely a crazy game. It still could be that 7-5 you predicted at the beginning.
And with Team Resurgence winning. Am I the GOAT?
Alright.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as
It
many
would kind of
bombs
be
as
nice
they
to
can.
see the first overtime game of the season, though. Add some nice more anticipation to it.
Bomb located by
We are
attackers.
seeing the castle and Thorn again, as we had seen previously. They are going to be giving up the wall this time. If they want to go the ace again, they'll be able to create more pressure than they were.
Which I'm sure they
Previous
will,
round.
because they did see a
Yeah.
lot more usefulness out of it.
Loading mag.
He's already switched from IQ to the ace, so they did like the way that turned out. Even if his gun
10
skill with
seconds
the
to
ace
insertion.
wasn't
Yeah.
up to par.
The utility alone is enough to push it above.
Yeah, especially with the performance he
Attackers are
has,
heading out
just
to
assisting
defuse
his
a bomb.
teammates the best he can do right now.
I believe this Hatchet has the most amount of kills in one game this season right now. I believe the record right now is 9 after game 1, which was held by Chewbacca.
Which is a crazy turnaround to see. Well, he is doing okay. He's 6 and 7, still negative, but getting a decent amount of kills.
And I believe the most in a game is 14, like, out of all time records. Be swinging for the castle, but the castle gets out of there. Oh, is this
They
guy
could have that
walling?
room.
He just shot a blank through the wall where castle pretty much was, but a little off kilter.
If they see that B is clear, they could get a quick
The
plant right
attacker's
here.
bomb diffuser has been dropped. Attackers
They're
Oh,
gonna
and they
have
do
Ace
see
go
that.
in to plant. They have
don't
the one
get the
entrance
proxy.
covered. They did not make any other entrances in that site. Tears
Ooh.
down the door, chases after the castle, but Hatchet is there to save him.
Very bold, not knowing that Hatchet was there. This could be the round.
Ace playing that hole. Gonna put a lot of pressure onto the castle. I hope he just stays outside and baits him into the claymore here. There's no reason to peek. But either way, he gets the kill.
Oh,
My
what an
prediction
ending.
holds true. 7-5 Team Resurgence.
And Hatchet getting the most kills through the tournament so far, with the second most through both seasons.
Let's get that guy in here, get some interviewing going on. See when our MVP's gonna show up. There he is. How you feeling after that game 2 win? Going on a hot streak here.
Yeah, a little bit of a hot streak. That game felt better.
Definitely looked better for you. Not really so much for your teammate, but you were carrying your team pretty hard.
Yeah, sorry. He might not have showed it on the stat sheet, but he was putting in the work.
All right. And saying that, and going off of that with the next question, do you still feel confident in your teammate going into the rest of the season?
Oh yeah, that was a good game. That felt good overall. Yeah, it was played pretty good. There's no worry.
Do you
And then-
feel that this teammate can carry you farther than the previous teammate?
Only because I think teams are a lot more balanced this time around. So it's not like I'm gonna run into a double all-star team.
Speaking of that, going into your next game, you have Ann Freaky, the team that is feared right now. First game they won 7-3, I believe, and then second game they won 7-4. Not really any close contention there. Are you scared going into that game?
Who'd they play last night?
They played Buds, I believe. No, they played Buds game 1, and then they played Slow Peak Killers last night.
Who's on that team?
That is Dizzy and SMG or Micro.
Oh, okay. They got 4 rounds. I'm not gonna be. I'm not too worried.
All right. And then Water, if you have any more questions.
No, I just want to say congratulations. It was a pretty good game. There's not much else to say. You guys did what you needed to do.
And I can say you guys hit my parlay. I said it was going to be Team Resurgence 7-5. We hit that parlay.
Let's go. Let's split it.
Seems
Yes,
you
sir.
have a 7-5 thing.
Yeah, we do. Gotta keep things interesting.
All right. Like he said, congratulations, and I wish you the best of luck on your next game.
I like it.
All right. We'll